Hello and welcome. Hey Gus. So yeah, I I think you might have missed last session. I did a lot of work then and since then. I decided to rebuild this whole thing, and I got myself a moon bay and changed up. Actually, I got my sea moth back, which was a bit of an ordeal. I went ahead and rebuilt one of these so I could actually start a nice little farm in it. And down here I have another small farm, but with a bioreactor. So that way I have at least energy. And then over here I've started a farm for the gel sacks because the gel sacks are super useful. But yeah. Let's go ahead and start putting some of this stuff back and getting some. Let's see, laser cutter's useful. What else do we need? I think that's about it. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is one thing I forgot about is over at this mountain island. So we're gonna rush over to the mountain island. There is a warp gate that leads to the floating island. So we're gonna go ahead and get that first. And then we're just going to start working our way deeper. I think one of the things we need is stalker teeth. And then once we have stalker teeth, we can start building, or I think we can upgrade. Actually, I can look at that from here. Yeah, we can build the enameled glass, and I believe once we have the enameled glass, we can upgrade to the Mark II. Because we need plasteel, but plasteel is just titanium and lithium, and we have a decent amount of titanium, and I think we have a pretty decent amount of lithium too. I think I might be on the wrong side of the island. What do I hit me? It was probably a cave spider thingy, but it doesn't really matter too much now. Probably should have brought a flashlight. Okay, I think I came into this on the wrong side. So let's just find a way out. And work from there. Or never mind, here we go. Oh, we needed an ion cube, that's right. For some reason, I was thinking it was a tablet. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit for this thing. But either way, we do have lithium now. Or yeah, we picked up a bit of lithium. And we do have a decent chunk of titanium sitting back at our base. So the plan still remains to get some stalker's teeth and then make our way towards getting deeper. Can't believe I screwed that up though. What the hell? What is it with this game and eating things? Like, the beacon being eaten is fine because it's kind of supposed to get stuck there, but like, first it's eating my subs, now it's eating my beacons. Next thing I know, I'm gonna start falling through the world. Actually, that probably wouldn't be nearly as bad as it sounds. Usually there isn't too much collision on the inside of an object. It's usually all on the outside. Okay, so no, I think the Sea Glide's brighter, but I believe, but with the Sea Glide, you end up having to use its flashlight, or like if you use it as a flashlight, you run out of being able to use it as a vehicle. And especially since I left my Seamoth here because I was expecting to teleport across the map, having to go back to my base and then to the island to get my Seamoth would have been a trek. Let's see here. We do have batteries. We don't need to worry about anything like that. We do have a lot of titanium. But I think instead of titanium, what we should be after is the metal salvage.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Help if we could do this in the day. Okay. Now, from what I remember right, a good strategy for getting stalker teeth is to get a handful of metal debris or salvage and to just find a stalker and drop a couple of pieces of salvage near it. There we go. So if we got a stalker with us, we can just drop salvage. And hope it'll play with the salvage and not us. There we go.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, good luck with that. Come on. Couple of fish. Let's see, so how many do we need? Oh, we just need one. Okay, so magnesite and then plastisteel. But bonuses never hurt. And hell, while we're here. Okay, so let's see. With or if I can build up some plasteel, then I'll easily be able to, or I can upgrade my ship, and I think that's 400. So that should easily be more than enough to get to the next area. That being said, I do have a radio transmission.
This is Life Pod 2, coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Come on, get cut. I thought I made contact. I guess he got away. Okay, so let's see. We need at least 10 pieces of titanium. Let's see. We have lithium, we have stalker's teeth, so we need 2 pieces of quartz. We'll drop off a stalker's tooth. What else do we need? Magnite. I'm pretty sure we have some magnite laying around. We have a magnite laying around. Okay, no, we have a few. We're good, we're good. So, yeah. I really should get a builder in here. I did expand this out because my plan is to put a couple of things along these walls. Did I not finish these? Okay, that was weird. See the awesomeness of synchronization. Which I really don't get how they're so synchronized. Like, I think they only actually produce water when you're, like, right here. Or at least the animation for producing water. Okay, so first we get some glass. Some titanium. Yeah, so that's some enamel glass and some plasteel. I think I'm gonna need to go get the sea moths. Whatchamacallit. Yep, so scientific. The whatchamacallit. Okay. Guess I'm thirstier than I thought I was. Okay, so over here I have a water locker and a salt and food locker, because right now pretty much the best foods I can make are cured peats. I believe the Reginald... Do I even have Reginald's yet? Yeah, I haven't... Oh, Reginald. I've caught a Reginald. Like, the Reginald is actually the best source of food, but the peeps are, like, a very close second. And as well as the peeps being a close second, they're also, like, readily available in the shallows. Like, yeah, I just came out and there were, like, 4 of them. So you can catch them in shallow water without too much of a hassle. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, I need the upgrade, or I need the. Oh, I need the upgrade. Let's see. Let's get in here. It's one of the sad things. So I'm like, I went through and made a bunch of the, like, all this stuff, but none of this was like really progression-y. I think the only thing that was kind of progression was I built a bioreactor, which, speaking of which, is it empty? Okay, let's go ahead and throw those in there. Because these things are actually apparently, like, the best source of bioreactor. Or, yeah, the best thing to put in a bioreactor, because they give about the same amount as, like, the tree, like, one of these objects that gives a 4 space. But since they're only 1 space, you can get 4 of them, so that's like 4 times as much. Okay, so now we can upgrade the sea moth, and do we have 3 rubies? Now that I think about it. I do know a place we can get some rubies.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I'm not sure if we have any rubies left. I want to be in here. No. We don't have rubies left. However, let's see, we need more titanium. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 2 lithium.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Make sure let's see. Resources, we go titanium again. And then place still. Actually, I mean, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and throw this in. So I'm going to need the Mark II in order to make the Mark III anyway. However, with this... Oh yeah, and I've put some food and water in here. Go ahead and swap that out. Access upgrades. Okay, we can now go 500 meters, which is really nice because that place is about 500 meters down, and this one was 175 meters, so that's not a big deal. However, where we're going is roughly this way. It's like this is probably going to be a little bit boring, but actually, hell, while I'm over here, there's a couple of things I can probably collect. I came over here because I couldn't find any gel sacks. Like, there's supposed to be a bunch of gel sacks by the mountain region. Because I made the mistake of using my first gel sack instead of starting to farm it. But there were supposed to be like 3 or 4 more gel sacks next to the mountain island that I could get, but I couldn't find any for some weird reason, so I looked it up, and this was a quick and easy place to get gel sacks. And how far are we now? Well, we're most of the way there already. Where I'm supposed to be. I just feel like I might have entered the wrong place. Oh, nope, here it is. These things. There is a wreck right here that I might be able to explore. I didn't even notice this part last time. Well, I saw the wreck. I just kind of chose to ignore it because I wasn't trying to do anything big. I was just looking for a specific item.
Acquired.
Cyclops death module's nice. Quartz never hurt. We have a thermal plant. We have a moon pool. We actually even have a scanner room already. Okay, so I don't think there's anything we can get out of that brain tree, is it? I mean, we can always just get seeds from almost every plant. I think we can get a seed if you cut it. Ah, and that's one of the rubies we were looking for. So I'm gonna position myself a little closer to this side. And we go in. If we can go in. There we go. Now that, did I bring my repair tool? Okay, I brought my repair tool. Because I know in some of these ships you have to repair the, like, doors locking mechanism to get in. And I'd hate to end up finding one just to realize I have to go back and get the damn repair tool. Okay, so that's another way in and out. So if we're gonna keep exploring, we might as well move this a bit closer.
Integrating new PDA data.
Nope, I have drill arm. Need grappling arm.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, is that everything? Wait, this doesn't look like the room I came into, does it? Yeah. So, did I just come into, like, a third room? So we go in, we don't have to worry about cutting through the doors, so that'll save us a lot of time.
New blueprint acquired.
Looks like that's everything up here. That's something I almost missed completely. Okay, I guess that was the same room. Anyway. We're not completely here to explore abandoned shipwrecks. We're here for the rubies that we've already got one. We're looking for about 3 or so. Getting a few extras not really going to hurt us. Nope, I guess this isn't what I was thinking it was. I was thinking that was a glowing mushroom, but it looks like it's a completely different thing. Sure there were more. Okay, I know I picked up a few rubies while I was over here last time, so that I could use them, but I didn't think I picked up all of them. All but 2 apparently. Doesn't seem right. There's probably dozens of them I'm just lost. There's uranium. That was Reggie. Ah. I'm running out of air, so let's jump in. I only need 3, right? Mark 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only needed 3, and I have 3.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Luckily enough, later on when I get my prawn and my drill arm, a lot of this stuff becomes a lot easier to farm because you can just find the veins. I don't want to go off too far. I could have sworn there were more rubies over here. Maybe I just need to complain that I could have sworn there were more rubies over here, because like every time I say that, I seem to run into another ruby. Bone shark after me, but that shouldn't be too big a deal. I think I outrun just about every creature in this vehicle. Let's see, in my inventory... Well, that's good. So what was your letter of application for? Like you said it was for English, but was that like a school thing or like a work thing? I always hated those. Yeah. I took a German, like I don't remember any of it, but I took a German class in middle school, and like they required, like for the first semester, you did all of your assignments in English except for like the ones like when you were answering questions or whatever. But like the entire second semester, you had to speak and write German. And, like, I personally think that was, like, the worst thing they could have done for that class, because as soon as I got out of that class, like, the next year, I went from being, like, not fluent, but, like, very passable to, like, basically, I only know a couple of, forgettable phrases now. It's kind of like that whole, when you cram for a test and you get all the answers right, but like by the next week your brain was taught by cramming that you're not going to be keeping this information, you just need it now, so you just forget everything as soon as it comes time to save short-term memory to long-term memory. I've got to figure out something else to do with this salt.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, that's one of the saddest parts about, well, just about everything you learn in school, is you forget it all. Like, I was really good at both math and science, and as soon as I got out of school, like, I was out of school for maybe a year, and then, like, I would be helping people with their homework, and be like, oh shit, what is this cross symbol? What does that mean in math? I mean, obviously I was never that bad, but I was forgetting very basic things, and like it was really upsetting watching myself forget things that I'm like, no, I should know this stuff. Let's see. Bonjour, you probably will, because like that one's just hello and really easy. But yeah, most of that you like, even if you kind of semi-remember how to say it phonetically, it's very likely that you won't remember how to say a lot of that, or what a lot of that means. I was. Like, I want to say that I'm still decent at maths, but, like, for the most part, all I deal with on a day-to-day basis is, like, basic addition and subtraction for the most part. Like, I went into computer programming. Like, I got a bachelor's degree in computer programming, so, like, I'm supposed to be decent at math, but, like, it's just one of those things that if I ever look at a math problem, I'm always just like, wait, what the hell does any of this mean? Because even if I can do it in my head, I'm just so far separated from a lot of what they taught in school that, like, the symbols and the way you work out equations is just, it doesn't make sense to look at anymore. That, and over here, they started changing from, like, the stacking method for a lot of math to, like, a square method. So, like, math is math. It all comes out to the same answers. It's basically just how you visualize it, and it's supposed to help children learn how to visualize bigger numbers faster. But because it's designed for children, like, you'll get a lot of adults think it's really stupid. Because it's just one of those things where they're, like, an adult looks at it and goes, well, yeah, obviously 2 + 2 is 4. But, like, for a kid who's just learning math, that's kind of groundbreaking math for, like, a 3-year-old. And it's just one of those, like, math is changing, or the way they're teaching math is changing. So it's just like, oh, even if I would have known how to do that, I'm not sure I know what any of those symbols are, because they've completely changed a bunch of the symbols that were used. Like, when I was going through school, like, back in primary school, they still used the X for multiplication, and then they changed to the ampersand for multiplication, and then I think from the ampersand they changed to, like, the period, like, just a singular dot. And they kind of went back and forth between the dot and the ampersand for different classes. In my current job, no. I have, like, no need for maths. Like, I have no needs for anything above, like, a basic understanding of math. But, I went to school for programming, and with that job, like, if I can get a job in that, like, maths is a very important thing, because... What is attacking my moth? It's like, while you're programming, maths becomes very important because... well, obviously, if you're going to program something like a calculator, you need to be able to tell it how to work properly. Actually, that was one of the things we did in school, is, there was like, we had different assignments, and a couple of us were like, oh, you have to program a calendar, or you have to program a calculator, or, like, stuff like that. Just basic get your feet wet type things. And one of my classmates who had the calculator actually screwed up on their order of operations. So while they I don't remember what they did wrong with their order of operations, but they basically told their calculator to, like, add before it multiplied or something like that. So, like, anything outside of, like, basic addition, it would just mess up. And it was like, kind of funny, but one of those, like, No, that was a very simple mistake that like anybody could have done. But the fact that it wasn't me and it was somebody else is hilarious. I do not want to mess with the octopus crab thingy. Although I actually kind of do want to mess with the octopus crab thingy a little bit. So want to just go over and start
Integrating new PDA data.
scanning it. Where did it even go? Right now, I'm a in-house caretaker, so kind of like a nurse, except I don't do any of like the things nurses do. But like I drive around the client and take them to appointments and make sure they get their meds and everything. It was the job I had through school, so it's kind of the job I've been keeping since
Local scans show a nearby opening,
Getting
leading
out.
to a biome with extensive fossilized remains.
Actually, I was really lucky because when I moved, like I moved halfway across the country, and when I came back, my boss was like, "Yeah, sure, you can have your job back. Nobody's filled it yet." Let's see, is there anything? I think that's the ghost Leviathan, right? Definitely don't want to get too close to that thing right now. Oh, I think that's the river that was hurting me. I thought I got hit. Yeah, the river mess you up pretty quickly. Okay, I'm running a little low on water. Okay, let's get away from the river prowlers. Also try to stay away from the Leviathan. Hey, attack helicopter. And sure, friends are awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna park this a little closer. I don't want to get eaten while I'm away. Also, let's turn off that light. done that enough times in real life. I don't want to have my vehicle dying on me because I was an idiot and left the lights on. This is the exit side of a portal. Yeah, so with this I'm going to need to find the actual entrance and then power it. But at least I know where the portal is, I guess? That's one of those, like, yeah, you go through to do something cool and you're like, wait. Although it probably would have been fun to keep it because, like, in the, like, sandbox mode, I believe you can summon the different leviathans and, like, spawn them and stuff. So it probably wouldn't have been too bad if they would have kept it. Okay, there's a bunch of rubies in here, but I'm not exactly looking for rubies again yet. And I think I might be going the wrong direction. Okay, let's see here. So we came from this waterfall, so we're going to have to go back up it. Trying to visualize the map to get out. Actually, I shouldn't even have to visualize. If I can find the skull, that should lead me straight out. I just ended up getting spooked when that ghost leviathan came after me. Just over here somewhere. Everything in here is trying to eat my ship and eat me in. I'm just gonna take my toys and leave. I can definitely see that with the design of the Sea Emperor is definitely looks like it's supposed to be something that's gonna eat you. I'd imagine even with the Sea Emperor being the enemy, they probably could have kept the story the same. Just instead of like, oh, we're friends now, let me free your babies. More like, I'm gonna kill you and free your babies type thing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. New fibers. Yeah, definitely. Let's see, I've got my Seamoth to depth 3. That would have been so fun, though. Although, I guess that would probably be really easy to abuse. Because you could have enough, I'm trying to think of how to say it. Like, you could have enough power coming from that to start up basically anything. Okay, so I need some copper wire and some magnetite. Or magnite.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That is definitely like a big letdown, because you're going through and you're like, oh, I'm in this area where you should never be able to get to. I wonder what's going to happen to me. And then the game's just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just an enemy you've already faced a dozen times. Let's see, what are we looking for? Magnite. So we need some magnets. I definitely need to make this place a little bigger when I get a chance. Okay, I did put up my boat, right? Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna go pick up our batteries. Copper wire, that's what I'm missing. Literally just went in there to build it and forgot it. Yeah, that's one of the bad things about survival games like this is like the more interesting items you have to be really careful about because they can basically be abused for speedrunners. Though personally, I don't think devs should worry too much about speedrunners because it's kind of one of those, the community's going to do that anyway, so there's no point in putting too much effort into stopping it. Like, I don't remember what game it was, but I know there was a game a couple of years ago that ended up putting, like, a soft time limit on beating the game. So, like, if it took you less than, like, I think it was, like, 20 minutes or something like that to beat the game would count you as cheating and would, like, lock out the achievement for having beaten the game. And it ended up getting, like, a decent amount of backlash for it, so the devs were just like, oh, we didn't mean to do that, that was just for the beta. But then it's just one of those, like, well, the only reason you would do that is to stop people from speedrunning it. And if you don't want people to speedrun it, then, like, that cuts out a huge market, because the speedrunners won't play it, and then the people who watch speedrunners won't play it because they won't be introduced to it. And just a lot of that circle of events. Let's see. I don't know why I'm out here swimming. Did I miss going to Life Pod 3?
All systems online.
I'm pretty sure I went here, so I'm just gonna check this one out because it was showing up weird. Although that is like 1,000 meters out. Okay, so that's not a cutting door. Is there any way in here? Maybe it's not a shipwreck I can go through. Well, then let's keep going. So, attack helicopter. Have you been playing Below Zero yet? That's good. So far, the only real complaint I've heard from it is that there's only like an hour or so of gameplay in it. Because, it's still in early access. No, I did get the thing out of here. Because there was a trackpad right there. guess we'll turn that off. Yeah. I do know there's supposed to be new vehicles, though, so hopefully they'll get something that's at least as good as the Cyclops is, or was. I think one of the things I saw is there's going to be like a surface vehicle now, because there's a lot more surface action in this one. But I can definitely, I can kind of understand them wanting to pull it, because the Cyclops is just so huge. It kind of becomes one of those things where you either have to build terrain around it, or like completely change entire fields of terrain to make way for it. That's why a lot of the deeper caverns in vanilla are just so open, is because if they were small and tight, you just wouldn't be able to go around in the Cyclops with them. Well, I mean, it is in early access to work on glitches. I know that's probably like the most annoying thing to hear when you're trying to play a game that's in an early form. Okay, maybe stabbing the thing with my knife was not a smart move. I came here because I'm like, okay, I didn't get another mission after this, so I probably haven't picked up everything here. First thing I see is a damn PDA I missed. Okay. Let's go ahead and just use our med kit. And then we'll go in.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, so new data. That is, yeah, data downloads from the Degassi. That gives me a new checkpoint. Yeah. I put a couple of first aid kits in here. Just first aid kit's kind of one of those. I'd rather keep it for when I'm actually like that time when I got attacked. Because you can heal most of your damage just by eating and being fed and hydrated. Especially because most of the damage you take is stupid stuff like bite fish or something like that that doesn't do too much damage. Still feel like I'm missing something. I haven't gotten a checkpoint to go deeper yet. Okay, Gus. See you later. And I'm a guy, attack helicopter. Okay, let's get away from some of these snakes and repair. Let's see. Cyclops death module, nice, but doesn't really. Get a couple more blood points, don't I? I really hate to have to come back. Ugh, that always sucks. At least it's better to be friend zoned than to be no zoned. Because at least when you're friend zoned, you know where you stand. this one girl I went to high school with, like, I think I pretty much ended up friend-zoning myself. And, like, we went through and, like, we were, like, I want to say it was probably 2 or 3 years after high school we were talking. And she basically said something to the extent of, like, yeah, I thought we would be dating, or I thought we were gonna date or something, but, like, you never asked me out, and I'm just like, well, if I would have known that 6 years ago, things would have been different. Something different, or is this just a light? Anything else down here? That doesn't look like it. I would hate to have just randomly chosen this biome. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and build some water. We found this really nice place with these really pretty... Oh, there are giant snakes in these mushrooms. Well, we're all dead. That's impressive. I mean, they're already pretty freaking huge. It's too bad you can't actually do much with them. Like, it'd be super awesome if you'd be able to be like, oh yeah, I took this reef back and I, like, lured it to my base or something and using it as a farm. Yeah. Really is too bad that they took that out. Like, did they leave it in console commands, or did they pull it out, like, from the game completely? Because I know there's, what is it? The thermometer you can't actually build that even though it says you can because it's now part of the vehicles. Which kind of sucks when you're trying to build thermals, but... does make a little bit of sense.
Welcome aboard,
Okay,
Captain.
I'll have to try that when I'm not. There we go. When I'm not playing for the playing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. No, I have salt. I do not get how peeps are like the second best food source in the game. So they're like one of the easiest to catch, especially at night because they glow all yellow. Or then again, maybe they glow like that because they're important, because the bladderfish also glow. And you need those, especially early game, for water. Okay, I think my ship's probably... No, it's nighttime, isn't it? Wherever I make another base, I definitely need to do it closer to a thermal vent. Because, like, solar power is nice and all, but it only really works during, like, half the day. Actually, I'm not exactly sure what Subnautica's day-night cycle is, so it could actually be, like, 3/4 of the day or something, but... Hello again, and welcome back, hopefully, if it stays up this time. For some reason, I seem to have crashed, so my apologies for that. Just give me a second to set back up over here. And I think that should do it. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, apparently I lost internet, but I'm not exactly sure where I lost internet. I was able to go back and get the 500-meter coordinates. There was a locker. Apparently, I just wasn't looking at, or I passed by this locker like at least 5 times. But anyway, make sure. Actually, let me go ahead and put up my habitat builder now that its battery is charged.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Boom. And I forgot to charge. Nah, I mean, it's only 95, so it's not really in need of charging. I kind of wish the moon pool would actually repair my
All
vehicle.
systems online.
Anyway, so now we're heading towards the proposed habitat. I kind of wonder if sand sharks under the sand show up with the sonar. Well, we are heading. Well, we look like we found something. And that is a door we can get in through. Okay, so I guess another door. This is one thing I can't wait to get the Cyclops for, because the Cyclops I can put in a bunch of like chargers and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about wasting my battery on things like this. Because like, I mean, I get it's technically not a waste, but okay, maybe it was completely a waste. Like, laser cutter fragments. I couldn't get in here without laser cutter, so why are you giving me fragments for that? Give me fragments for something a little better, like maybe a laser blaster. Just blast through these damn doors. Okay, obviously that was a joke, but... all that was in here was a bottle of water. Like, I'm sure if whatever that blueprint was, if like I needed that, that probably would have been worth it, but this definitely was not worth it. Okay. Fragment. Don't need it. I have my own sea moth and it isn't broken. In fact, it's red, which makes it cool. So I guess where I'm heading is pretty much directly below the floating island. Yeah, I'm directly above it now, so I guess I'm looking for a hole to slip into, kind of like with the glowing mushroom biome. And this might just be it. And that looks like it's it. Okay. Try to stay away from these. Find a good place to park. Turn on the lights, maybe we won't get noticed.
Detecting a titanium mass somewhere in this area. Unable to confirm whether it originated on the Aurora. New blueprint acquired.
I mean, a coffee machine's not going to hurt to have, but I think the most important thing here probably was those fens. What are we looking at? Swim charge fins. I think it can see me.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, got the crab stuff. Scan. Let's probably take a couple of breaths there. See a ladder. Well, I mean, it's filled with water. I can probably just swim up it. Let's see if we can do that then. No. So there's definitely something above me. Just need to figure out how to get in. Ah, open hatch. Can you just leave my sea moth alone, lady? Alien containment is awesome.
Acquired.
Definitely something I've been needing. I think this means I can start hatching
New blueprint
eggs.
acquired. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
Our first orange tablet.
Near blueprint acquired.
Okay, so nuclear waste. Nice. That'll definitely be useful later.
Near blueprint acquired.
Creature egg. Ooh, what creature egg? I don't know. Let's not stick around too much longer because it looks like he's trying to eat my boat. See if we can at least get him away. I think we've got everything in that area, or that we need from here. Just need to get this damn bug away from me.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And I think I've lost my way out. Well, if we can at least just get out and repair, it'll save us some headaches later. It'd be really nice to know what time of day it is, because if it's daytime I might be able to look up and see the sun or something. Do the hole I'm looking And I think we're free. Make sure nothing's following me. Okay, that seems to be working. Okay then. Don't know why I went up through that. When I get home I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's nice that I was able to get back and finish this, because like I said, I don't know when my stream dropped, and so I don't know if it happened before or after I picked up the PDA. But we were able to pick up the PDA. I'm gonna be able to build a monster house. Let's see, where is it? Alien containment. So that's just going to be a lot of glass. I do have a decent amount of quartz. No, you cannot see a sand shark with the scan. It's definitely a terrifying thought to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and park here. Oh, nope, there was a shark under me. But also this will give me a chance to check out everything that's going on, because with the stream having crashed, and I think I opened this back up in the same stream page? I don't know, it's acting a little weird. We'll figure things out. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So alien containment, I need to put in to I think a multi-purpose room. Yeah. We don't really need a charging fin right now. Plant that and then cut it up. Okay, and then we make a... Like, we can make a storage module, but what do we gotta do to get a bigger storage module? Because we need polyethylene? No, that's polyaniline? To be able to build engine, or get a better engine. And let's see. Prawn depth, prawn... I don't know if the grappling hook's really going to be all that important. I think the jump jet is, but we're going to need nickel and crystalline for that. And then definitely the drill arm. Let's see if there's any more. Doesn't look like there's any more radios to listen to. Benzene. We can make benzene. We don't have anything else yet. Anyway, as I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take off now, and see y'all next time. Have a wonderful day.